Hi everyone, how are you doing? So hopefully hi everyone, how are you doing? Please come. Hello Toya Mel, how are you? Have you got a question today that you want answering? I hope you're fine. Hope your weekend was fine. Start of the week is grand. Just post your questions down here, guys. Remember to like the stream and subscribe. I'm glad you're well. I'm fine as well. Recovered. I haven't been on for a few days. Felt under the weather a little bit, but okay now. Oh, way! Oh, wow. Well done with the job interview. So I'll have a look with 2 cards, what's going on with that. Always have a look at positivity. Make sure you've checked out the website. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's have a look at 2. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Yeah, just overworked. Let's have a look at what's going on. So how many hours is it away? Anyway, I'm sure it'll be quite good. A bit nerve-wracking, aren't they, job interviews? But yeah, just pretend you've already got it. Something's knocking on here. It's annoying me. 2:30. That's not so bad. Oh, good. Yeah, it's always good to do a little bit of research, and then you can go, oh, yeah, I saw on the website that it definitely said something about that. Right, let's see what's going on. Let's have a look. 2:30. All right, okay. Right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, let's have a look what's going on. Ooh. So, yeah, the opportunity looks a very good one, Toya. And Six of Athames, you're relaxing your mind from all the stress. So what that generally means is move away from things that are a little bit daunting mentally. So really calm your mind, be very peaceful, see the opportunity as a good stepping stone. The Ace of Pentacles is a great beginning for a career. Absolutely fantastic. So I think everything's going to go really, really smoothly. Just say to yourself that it is. All you can do is be yourself and just kind of relax as much as possible. Is it a person to person or is it on Zoom? Probably on Zoom. Is it on Zoom? You can be very relaxed on Zoom. But yeah, I think the Six of Swords is a really good one to find that peace of mind. So yeah, it looks good. It's a great stepping stone indeed. Good luck. Absolutely good luck. It would be really fine, won't it? Oh, job interview. Oh, you have to go there. Oh, that's a bit more hassle, isn't it? But yeah, it'll be fine. Just relax. Just do a visualization before you go. That they're meeting me. I'm interviewing them because I don't know if I want the job. So it's almost like you interview them as well. And just relax and be confident. That's all you can be. Yeah, but good luck. Happy traveling. It'll be fine. Do check out the zodiac readings that I've done today. Thanks. Oh, you'll be fine. 2:30. Good time to do it. Oh, well done. Lovely jubbly. Remember to like the video, guys, and please subscribe. Just come in and say hi. All questions are free, so just pop your question down. Donations do take priority in my room. Yeah, it's in the shorts. Yeah, it's in the shorts. But yeah, go on my channel to have a look at it. It's always good to do that. What star sign are you? Let me see if I can remember it. Do you want me to give you an oracle? Let me give you a personal oracle if you're still here. Let me see what your higher self is trying to... Gemini. I remember. It was too much hassle. It's the Nine of Wands. So, yeah, the Six of Swords was quite applicable to you, moving away from the hassle, really. Here. Oh, happy birthday. Yeah, right. You can't please everyone all the time. But, yeah, kind of really please yourself. Be very confident in yourself and things should go a lot better. Okay? So you can't please everyone all the time, which is absolutely true. But yeah, birthday, it's great to have a solar return, definitely. So things should be looking up. The Ace of Pentacles gives you a great standing block for everything, really. So there is an opportunity coming for you. You've just got to make the most of that. But yeah, Gemini season, yay! Happy birthday on June the 4th. Hi guys, do come in and say hello. Just pop your question down. All questions are free today, unless you want priority with donated reading, and I'm using the animal pack for donated reading, and also I'm using the Paulina Tarot as well. So they're nice cards. Yay, you'll be fine, Toya. So let me straighten these ones out. These are all hocus. Hello, Samantha. Hello, Pennywise. How are you doing? So yeah, just pop your question down and we'll answer your questions. Whatever you want, whatever your question you've got there. I'm just sorting out this Paulina Tarot because it's all upside down. Hello, pop your questions down. It's fine. If I get into a relationship with Cancer, then do I need to pay for her bills? Wow. That's very interesting. Wow. Wow, that's a very interesting question. Unless cancer isn't working at the moment and they've got no independence of financial status. I'm doing good as well, Samantha. Surely that needs a discussion. Let me see what's going on with you, Pennywise. We are teenagers. How sweet. Teenagers. I'm sure she'll get a job eventually. Most women like to be independent now. It's not a very good idea to rely on the other person for bills, is it? It does take your power away from you. Some people think it's good to rely on someone totally for bills, but it's not. It's not a good idea, is it? Right, let's have a look what's going on with you and the Cancer person. Pennywise. Let's have a look. So, she sounds like a very, well, what can I say? That's very difficult, isn't it? If that's what, you don't want to lose your sanity, do you, Pennywise? I would just suggest going halves all the time. Well, not all the time, most of the time. You see, thing is, if someone really loves you, Pennywise, they'll understand about your financial situation. We cannot have other people bleeding us dry through financial, can we? So if they're a type of person to just use people, then that might be the way. What you could do is, hey, I'd like to go out with you. Can we go to, a cafe? And see what she says. If she goes, oh no, I'd rather go to a restaurant and everything, then she's not willing to be interested in you as a person. So that's a red flag. That's what we call red flags, isn't it? Yeah. No, and you shouldn't have to. You absolutely shouldn't have to pay for expensive restaurants. Why should you go in debt over one meal? You could suggest cooking at home, which is quite a lot of fun. Have a cooking fun date. As I say, if people want to get to know you as a person, they need to get you to know you as a person. I would suggest a walk, something totally free. And if they seem to be very wanting to financially abuse you, then they're not interested in you as a person, are they? Right, let's have a look. Because it's not right. It's not right at all. But people should stand on their own 2 feet, financial in 2021. Right, let's have a look, Pennywise, what's going on. So you're the King of Appomays. King of Appomays, which is the King of Swords. So you need to communicate exactly what is going on. You need to be honest. If they've got the idea of, oh, well, you know, that the other person should always pay for me if they want the pleasure of my company, no, that's the wrong attitude. So one has to really communicate. And you've got the moon here. So use your intuition. Use that aspect when you're talking to Cancer. Just about the reality of situations. As I said, if they really do want to get to know you, and the moon is all about fantasy, so sometimes things can be a bit fantasy, using the imagination. She might really love you or like you and want to get to know you as a person. So don't be too negative, but communicate exactly what is. You know, say, oh, I know you like to go to really nice restaurants, and I'd like to as well, but at the moment I can't really afford it. And we could go once every 2 months or every 3 months or something like that. But doing a little picnic or doing a cooking day, things like that, are cheap and fun. You know, it should be about fun, shouldn't it? Hello, Angela. How are you? How are you? Love you, sunshine. How are you as well? Well, you need to communicate, Pennywise. Things aren't cut and dried all the time. But when you come across as the King of Athamanes, it's really have that discussion with them, and be honest and upfront. Yeah. So just talk to them. Yeah. Hello, Krishna. How are you? I know I've been very, very busy. And then that got me ill, so I gave up that particular job. Yeah, no worries, Pennywise. You'll be absolutely fine. Just take things slowly. People should get to know you as you, not for your wallet. Yeah. So if you've got questions below, guys, just any good news about wife? Right. Okay. Let's have a look, Angela Homer. Mm-hmm. I've forgotten her name. Was it Nicola? Maggie. Maggie. Was it Maggie? I can't remember. It was a Maggie. My brain. Ooh. Yeah, all good in the hood. Right, Angela. Let's do Angela. Let's see what's going on with Angela. Right, if you've got questions, do put them down in the chat. Sarah. Hi, I love you, sunshine. How are you doing? It's good to see you. That's a lovely little sticker as well. Thank you so much for that. Love you, sunshine. Do put your questions on there as well. Let's have a look what's going on with Sarah. Angela. Love you, sunshine. Do put your questions down and we'll get to you immediately. Yeah, I love those stickers. They're so sweet. Right, Angela, how is wifey? So they're still right. So they're still kind of in the way of ignoring emotions. So the opportunity. You can see that there is a give and take here. So understanding each other's emotions. I think Sarah is still trying to work things out, but there is a give and take here. So hopefully that will resolve itself soon. Well, not soon, but when you get this card, it's very much of they want to offer something eventually, but not now. Definitely not now. So, yeah. Right. Okay, Love You Sunshine. So Love You Sunshine has done a donated reading. So they've asked, I'm facing issue regarding education loan I have to repay. Please guide me. Oh, right, okay. All right, let's have a look. So we're using the Animal Tarot for donated readings. Let's just have a look, Love You Sunshine. Well, what you should do with the education loan. In my country, we don't have to pay our loans back unless we earn above a certain wage. So I don't know if it's like that where you live, Love Your Sunshine. Let's have a look. I know it can be very stressful about paying money back. Hiya, Zara. How are you? Good to see you. Right, let's have a look. Love You Sunshine. Okay, well, it does show you're worrying a lot. So we have the Four of Winter here, which is just rest your mind about certain issues. The Four of Winter is like the Four of Swords, putting those issues down and really finding being victorious in how we do think about things. So one has to kind of compartmentalize, put into kind of little boxes what is going on. So if you're not working, then you can't pay it back. But it does say here that you've got to really definitely release. You've got the Star as well, and you've got release. So things can be quite hopeful when you learn to release things. And this is why with the Four of Winter, it says to you, just rest your mind. Your mind is going to really trip you up if you keep worrying about it. So just rest the mind. There isn't going to be like a loan shark knocking on your door. So it is very stressful times thinking about money. And it also makes things a lot worse. So this is why you've got the release. There's the purity and innocence within releasing negativity. So this is why you've definitely got the Four of Winter to say, just rest that mind. When we think negatively, it makes the white peacock black. So one has to be very proactive in actually being more innocent or more pure about it. So when we do attract the negative thoughts about, oh my goodness, how can I pay it back? That's just going to eat away the rest of your life. So think very positive, and this is why you've got the Star. Look upon your wishes and have faith in your dreams. The release is like being reborn. So you are reborn into kind of aspects. You can also see here with the Nine of Summer. The Nine of Summer is very much about luxury. So again, what have you achieved? The Nine of Summer is about all your achievements and what you have on an emotional aspect. So if you keep worrying about things, you'll get more of the worry, and it's like too much. So one has to see what you've achieved through actually having the loan. So it's like, wow, someone loaned me money. How wonderful. They had faith in me that I'm going to pay it back. So believe that you can pay it back if in your country you have to. In our country, we don't have to, unless we earn, as I said, a lot of money. But this is nearly the 10 of Summer, which is all that happiness. So just believe in yourself. There's the Four of Autumn as well, that you do have enough money to live on. The Four of Autumn is very much about keeping things to yourself, not sharing, not flowing it. And this is what the mindset is. So allow an abundance and a prosperity kind of feeling, and really believe that you will get what you want. So instead of thinking, oh my goodness, I have to pay the loan, look at it in a different way. Wow, someone lent me money. The universe gave me money. Therefore, the universe can give me a lot more in the right timing. Okay? So it shows here with the Nine of Winter that you are worrying too much. And this is why the beginning of the reading said the Four of Winter, rest your mind. So don't worry about it. Trust in the universe. The universe has your back hugely. Look, there's a star, lots of hope, lots of faith. Have faith. Release the pain of the mind, and you pay it back. If you have to pay it back, you'll pay it back, because it's believing that the money is there. The Four of Autumn is about the treasure chest, and the squirrels hide the little acorns to have later on. So you will have money later on, okay? So don't worry about it. Why worry about it? I'll tell you why. If you do worry about it, that's all you're going to focus on, debt. So instead of focusing on debt, you need to focus on riches, which you do have with the Nine of Summer. So, if you've qualified what you lent it for, then use that qualification to help in a lot of other ways. So, there's nothing to worry about. Or put it this way, you shouldn't be worrying, because it's not a big issue. It's not a big issue at all. I think people scare themselves too much about debt. And then we have mental illnesses, don't we, which is no good. No good at all. So hopefully that helps. Thank you, love your sunshine. Hello guys, how are you all doing? Yeah, it's great to see everyone. It's TLT here. Hello TLT, good to see you. So how is everyone? Hopefully everyone's all right. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching my adverts. That really does. You're fine, love your sunshine. You'll be absolutely fine. So let's do Krishna, messages for my current family situation. Ooh, these situations. Right, let's have a look. Krishna, the life. Do put your questions down, guys. It's free readings unless you want to donate, which is for hello, which is absolutely fine. I do take PayPal, Cash App, and of course Super Chat, if that's okay. Yeah, you'll be fine, love your sunshine. Hello, funny girl. Camo thinks of you. Zara, hello, 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 everybody. Right. Right, let's have a look at Krishna, the life. Thank you. And I'm sure you do too. Right, let's have a look. Hiya, funny girl. How are you? Just pop your question down. It's absolutely fine to pop your questions down. What is what? What is what? What is what? I know you're called Hina. Everyone knows Hina. You're famous. Hopefully today, Krishna the Life, we're going to be on with Barry and Tarot's Talk, hopefully at 6 o'clock. Hopefully. I haven't heard from Winayak, but me and Barry are going to do it. So, yeah, if you want to join, that's fine. So, what's going on with your family? Right. So, we've got Page of Athmays here, which is a great card because what you can bring down and communicate. I think in your situation, one has to really learn to communicate. Don't get sucked into people who are kind of critical. You've got to stand your ground in a way. So bring down the communication, what is going on. You've also got the harvest. So it's almost like reaping what you sow. So this is why the Ace of Athmays is there, to be able to understand in a way that sometimes we do need a lot of forgiveness. And in a way, that's how we communicate as well. So if everyone's been kind of critical or being a little bit negative, that's going to set up more seeds for more negativity. So the harvest is about looking at things in a purer way, unconditional way, to be able to communicate and be more positive in certain situations. So is the harvest going to be very good about your situation? And are you going to communicate that to everyone? Sometimes we have to be the bigger person in a lot of aspects to understand what is going on with the family. But I'm sure everyone can rally around to be more positive, if that makes sense. Thank you, Zara. Hiya, Samantha. Right, let's do Samantha now. What should I be doing with my life, Samantha? Or what's next? Let's have a look at that. Well, Samantha. noise this chair's making. Right, okay. Right. Yeah, be sensible. You've been feeling lost. Okay. That happens sometimes, but it's a good kind of space when we feel confused or lost or we don't know what to do. Sometimes it's a good thing that we're not in a panic, in a dramatic situation. So it's always good for time for healing and realizing what we can do. Right, Samantha, let's see what's going on. Oh, thank you, Krishna, the life. Right, let's have a look. So, right, you've got the Ace of Swords, which is great, Samantha. So sometimes it's decision time, communication, and being victorious. So when opportunities present itself, really rethink, because you've got the Holly King here as well. So with the Holly King is like the hermit. So going inside and really knowing what you do want. So I know you're confused and a little bit lost, but sometimes being alone to really understand who you are and what you want. So to do that is sometimes just giving it up to the universe or your higher self and communicating with your higher self. What is it that I need to know right now? Do I need to just kind of pay attention to my personality? What do I want as a career? What is my calling? So with the Ace of Swords, it's like being determined about what you can kind of move through. So the Holly King is a spiritual awareness, and the Ace of Athames is decision making, but in a victorious way. So it's not a time for rushing. You know, you'll come to your own decision in your own time. So just be in a cave. You can just be on your own and really think what it is that I really want to do. You don't have to come to any conclusion, but we all know about our personality and how we are as people, whether we like to work with people or not work with people. Do you know what I mean? Whether we're sociable or not sociable, all kinds of things. But have patience, because it will come. Sometimes these lulls in life are a great way of healing. Just, being cool. Isa Blue, yeah, be patient with yourself. Hello, RN. Hello, Shushti. How are you doing? Zara. Right, what can you expect in your love life till the end of July? Let's have a look at that. Remember, guys, to like the video. No one's doing that today. Remember to subscribe if you want, and do post your questions. Yay! Well, that's one of you. Right. Right, okay, Samantha, that sounds great. Hello, Jeff, how are you? Right, who is it doing? Right, Zara, what can I expect in your love life? Right, till the end of July. Zara, let's have a look. Till the end of, you're well, good. Right, let's have a look at Zara's love life. Okay, so what we have here is the Horned God. So, yeah, there is a person, could be an Aries, but there's a step in the right direction for you. It means you have to be very proactive in moving forward. You do have the nature here, which is all about being trapped. So if you feel trapped in any way, or you've been in a situation where someone's overpowered you in an aggressive, frustrated way in the past, then kind of really realize what it is that you're trying to attract into your life. So you don't want someone who is overpowering, because you don't want to make the same mistakes, or a mistake that can be a little bit of a trap. So yeah, just really have in your mind's eye what you do want within a relationship, and kind of have more freedom of choice. But yeah, it says be very proactive in that. So that's good, isn't it? Yay. So hopefully that helps. Hello, Sanjay. Right. Yay. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine, I'm pretty sure. RN, should I wait for Ariane, or should I move on? All right, RN, let's see what's coming up for you. No worries, Ara. No worries at all. I'm pretty sure everything will be fine. Is it? Oh, great. I thought I'd read for you before, but fine. Shishri, can you do me a favour and not delete the messages? Otherwise, I can't see them. Right, RN, should I wait for Ariane, or should you move on? Let's have a look. RN. What does RN need to know regarding Ariane? I know I'm buffering a little bit, but please be patient. No worries, Aaron. Right, let's have a look. So it says here that you're like trying to understand what is going on with them. The King of Wands was upside down, so it's almost like inspire yourself. If you feel like there's no point in waiting, then you are losing a lot of your power in waiting. So depending on how long you have been waiting, the Page of Wands here wants to go and explore other things. So I'm getting the feeling perhaps it's best to just explore other things. Sometimes when we let go of something, it does come back. So maybe that King of Wands there for yourself will come back. But at the moment, it's just move on and live your life in a happy, fruitful way, and inspire yourself to actually do that. It's almost like you've got to experience other things before you can really understand who you are within relationships. Does that make sense? What did your ancestors want you to know right now, TLT? Let's have a look at that. Yeah. A new bottle of water. Right, okay. Let's have a look at TLT. Remember, guys, to like the stream, do subscribe if you want, and check out the rest of the channel. Donated readings are priority on Super Chat, PayPal, or Cash App. Right, we're doing TLT now. What does your ancestors want you to know right now? Thank you, Sanjay. Right, let's have a look. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. At TLT's ancestors. Right. Let's have a look what's going on. Right, okay. Right, okay. So they're basically saying sometimes the opportunity is there. And with the Ace of Wands, it can be there, but you're not looking at the full picture. So it's not me, it's that. So with the Four of Cups, it's very much about when the opportunity does arise, then take it. The Ace of Wands, instead of not having a look at it like that, it's know your own power, support yourself emotionally. Sometimes one has to rely on oneself and the emotions instead of allowing things to get worse. Like, oh, why isn't anything happening? I don't understand. Look for things that are, so it's almost like being grateful. It's almost like the grateful card, but it's very much the stability that you're trying to find. But everything is within you. So you need to support yourself and kind of take action in moving forward instead of just doing nothing. Do something, even if it's, whatever it is, a small thing. But yeah, don't become too complacent or laziness, because sometimes emotionally we can just be very withdrawn, can't we, from things. So it's all about supporting yourself. Yeah, sometimes, guys, the chat is very slow and it takes a while for it to catch up. Don't panic with that. You can get a message from Y, Shushti. If you don't delete the message, please don't delete the messages, yeah? Okay. Right, so you'd like to know from Y what's going on. Shushti, let's have a look. What's Y? What's going on with Y for you? Hiya, Sir Blue, how are you? Right, let's have a look. Shushti and Y. What's going on with Y? You too have got a harvest. You've also got two of Othermanes as well. So I think what's going on with Y in yourself, Shushti, is a decision, a big decision about how you're going to move forward. Sometimes things were a little bit stale. You need to understand that forgiveness is one of those important aspects. So making a decision to move forward is going to be really there. So learn that forgiveness is definitely one of those aspects. So I think they're going to make up their mind whether to move on or not, but also to open up communication. They need to communicate a lot, honest. It needs to be very honest, this communication, and then things will happen a little bit better. Does that make sense? Crappy you. Hello, Nana. No worries, TLT. So, yeah, Sir Blue would like a card from B. What's going on with B? All right, let's have a look. What's going on with B? For Sir Blue. No worries, Risky. Good luck. It's always hard to make a decision at times, but sometimes it needs to be happening. Right, Sir Blue. And V, what's going on with V? Right. Oh, wow. Well, this is very nice. They see you as being very proactive in a lot of things. So they want you to come forward and really learn what love is. Oh, so the Two of Cups has got a good connection. So one has to take action in the communication of and connection. So this is a great stance, really, to put passion. This card is all about fire, and this is about water. You need a lot more passion. Oh, dear. So connect in a way that causes passion. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean, anyway. Right, Mr. Krabby. Right, okay, Sanjay, the current feelings of sun towards you. Let's have a look at that. Right, current feelings of sun towards sun. Let's have a look. What is that oh no about? All right, now we'll get to you in a minute. Don't worry. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Remember, guys, to like the stream and just pop your questions down. It's fine. Right, let's have a look at the feelings of sun towards sun. If you don't want this, you sound very sarcastic indeed. Oh dear, no, you just got to connect. Oh, funny. Right. People's minds and hearts, they go all over the place, don't they? I'm just laughing at Mr. Crumb. Right, let's have a look at sun towards Sanjay. Right. Got the Page of Wands here. So it's almost like really learning and understanding what it is to trust someone. And I think one has to learn to trust. Sometimes we can't support each other. Sometimes we can't support ourselves when we don't understand what's going on with them. So they're feeling a little bit out of sorts at the moment, because this was reversed. The Page of Cups was reversed. King of Cups. So it's almost like they don't know how to express themselves. And I think in a way that they're going to have to learn to do it. So I don't know what their fear is. Maybe it's fear of commitment with old Sun. So, yeah, and they are very kind of busy with other things as well. So they haven't really paying attention much to love and romance at the moment. Hello, Norman. How are you? It certainly has. Been so long I can't even remember. Wow, that's a long time, isn't it? Guys, do remember to keep putting your questions down, and I'll pick them up. Donations do take priority. No worries, Sanj. Raoul, it's good to see you. Right, so let's do some questions. Vanessa, you'd like a general reading today? Yes, that's excellent. Let's have a look at a general reading for Vanessa. Hello, Von Pisces. Do remember to like and subscribe to the video and just pop your questions down. Thank you for coming in today. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Right, what does Vanessa need to know? Right, Vanessa. Okay, well, this is very interesting. Wow. Do you know, Vanessa, if you've been on your own for quite a bit or you're feeling quite lonely, not anymore. Right, so the Queen of Athamanes is an understanding that you may have cut things off in the past. Maybe it's fully connecting to your feelings on a higher level. So with the Ten of Cups here, it's about reconnecting to who you are as a person and really saying to yourself that you can have love, love of self, love of career, love of anything that you really want. So it's saying that you must embrace unconditional love for yourself and the planet and all sorts of things. So the guidance will come across as really giving to yourself and being very happy with it. So learn in a way that love can come in many different guises. Sometimes even having a pet is that unconditional love. But yeah, be more loving towards yourself and the universe. Definitely. Hopefully that makes sense. Right, Zara, what does Camo think about you? Let's have a look at that. What does Camo think about yourself? New water bottle. Right, okay. Right, Zara, what does Camo think about you? Right, Zara. What does Camo think about you? Alrighty, what does Camo think about you? I think they try to express their opinion quite a lot, and they feel a lot of the time that they're not heard, and they just want to be heard. The Six of Wands was upside down, so they feel that they're not successful in being heard, who they are, what they want, or what they don't want. So sometimes about more listening and understanding about who they are as a person will lead that to more success. So maybe they just want to be friends. This was upside down, so that they feel that they're very unsuccessful in communicating and getting what is the most desired effect around both of you. Does that make sense? Thank you. Raoul, how are you? Raoul, Jane, you would like some universal guidance. Thanks, guys, for coming in the room. Do remember to like the stream and just pop your questions down. Thank you. Right, this is for Raoul, Jane. No worries, Zara. You take care. Right, let's have a look at who was it doing? Raoul. No. Put your question down. All random questions. Donated readings do take priority. Just put your question down. If I can't see your question, I can't do it. That's why you still have to keep posting it. Otherwise, I think people are gone or not interested. So let's just do Raoul. What does Raoul Jane need to know? Right, Raoul. Let's have a look what's going on. Wow, you're in a good place. It's almost like it's your birthday or something. You have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Athames. So learning to inspire and communicate what it is that you want is very powerful. So when you have a wand, it's about putting that fire energy, about creating. It is a magic wand, but the Ace of Swords is very much like that thinking, that achieving. Think of King Arthur when he pulled out the sword out of the rock, and to inspire ourselves and to achieve. These two energies are very, very powerful indeed. So for anything that you want to start now, it is definitely a great universal aspect to start. So what it is that you want to start, really push through this energy in achieving, because if you lose this energy, it's almost like the Aryan energy that you have to start. So begin something, put magic in it, and communicate with you exactly what you do want. Priscilla, how are you? Right, Nana, is your soulmate someone famous? That's a funny question. We're all famous, you know, we're all famous. Let me have a look. It's a very slippery slope, that name, famous. But yeah, that's like Tisha, hello, how are you? Momo, how are you? How are you? Good to see you too. Lovely jubbly. Hopefully you're all fine. Sorry I haven't been on for a while. I've been really tired. I gave up one of my jobs. It was just too much. Just too much. Caused joint problems. Shruti, how are you? It's good to see you as well. Oh. Right, Nana, let's have a look about your soulmate. Are they famous? Funny little question, because I probably don't know them. What comment? If your comment didn't pop up, put it down again. You may have used a naughty word. Yeah, I'm back. No, I've seen your question. No, I'm pretty sure. Put it down again anyway. Arrival. What's that about? Sounds interesting. Is it about a plane? Yeah, of course you can. Absolutely. Yeah, Tisha, you can always donate to me. I'll never refuse. Right, Nana. Yeah, just do it on PayPal. It's absolutely fine. Do it as a friend. That's a lot good. Right, is someone famous? Wow. Well, you've got the 7 Athames reverse, Nana. So that's almost like the whole way of thinking isn't kind of applicable to if they're famous or not. You do have a soulmate, the King of Cups. So they are very out there. They are very sociable. And a lot of people know them. Because there could be one of those people who are a healer, a teacher, a doctor, things like that. Yeah, but I don't think they're... Yeah. No, I don't think they're famous. It's very hard to do it with two cards, let's face it. Very hard indeed. I'll tell you what, let's ask the angels for you. What you need to know, Nana. Oh. Yeah, just tell me when you've donated, Tisha. That's fine. Charlie Bear, how did that? Have you heard from the, what's it? Yeah. Right, okay, no, don't chase famous people. It's if you meet someone famous and whatnot, that's fine, but the angels say reconsider that. If you're going after everyone famous all the time, it's for the wrong reasons and it might not be for the person. Why are you crying? This is fun. You do have someone though, so you are going to connect to someone really nice. June. Oh, well, June's near, so that's good. Right, okay. Wow. Oh. What's it on? Is it on Netflix or Prime? There are other streaming devices other than that. No worries. Yeah, thanks, Sablu. You take care. Remember, passion is the key. Right, okay, let's do Norman. What are, Zach, the Aries feelings towards you? You're a Sagittarius. Right, okay, let's have a look at Zach. Right, let's see what Zach feels like. Let's have a look at Zach. Zach the Aries. Thank you, Elsa Lopez. It's good to see you. Thanks for the sticker as well. They're funny, aren't they? Those stickers are very funny. I do love them. What's your question, Elsa? Thank you, Tisha. Put your question down as well. Thanks. Two come up. There's no buses. There's no buses, and then two come at once. Right. How does Zach feel about you? That was a question, wasn't it? How does Zach feel about you? Where was it? Right. They're waiting for you. It's almost like you need to communicate a little bit more with Zach. They are very busy, so things can get haywire and miscommunication. So maybe just be more honest and more open with Zach a little bit more, and that will help in this circumstance. But you do have paved the way for better communication. It's going in the right direction, but more honesty and more balance really within that. That would help. Why didn't Fabian contact you yesterday? Right, let's have a look at Elsa Lopez. No worries, Norman. You're fine. Right, why hasn't Fabian contacted you yesterday? Yeah, come on, excuse. Write a big letter. Let's have a look why they didn't contact you yesterday. Let's have a look, Elsa. Right, we're just on Elsa at the moment, Disha, and then we'll do you. Is that all right? Right, what's going on with our Fabian? All right, TLT, lots of love to you. See you soon. Right. Let's have a look. Ooh. Right, okay. So Fabian was feeling a little bit in one of those moods where they feel they have to defend themselves a lot of the time. There is an aspect that they were a little bit depressed as well. Here with the 3 of Winter. So if anything has happened on a communicative way, then it is difficult to actually see what has been this upset with. So I think it might have something to do with their work aspect as well, how they see things, but how they understand the level of understanding. And I don't think they fully understand. They've got the world here, but it's turned upside down. So it's almost like what they have to do is really express an understanding of who you are and who they are and how they operate. So if they feel that they haven't been understood when they've been extremely loving, here with the King of Summer is a very loving aspect, and they still feel like that they've been giving and giving and giving, and something's really disappointed them. I think it's a lot of issues. It's not so much yourself, but when they get the world, but it's turned upside down, it's almost like they really do believe in you because they see you as a Queen of Autumn. So there is growth within this relationship, but something has been said, something that they feel like they have to kind of keep with. So if you can reflect back on certain conversations about whether they have to really work on something, and one of those things is being very honest with you and kind of going about that hurt feeling. So I think they were just disappointed in a lot of things. Well, one of the things definitely is how they can make a greater stand on understanding. So I think that they think within their mind that they've told you many, many times about a certain issue and that it hasn't sunk in. So I don't know what that is, if you can think about that. But the best thing is they still are around and they still see the growth within that situation. So I think a kind of honesty is kind of needing there, but they are very disappointed in stuff. Maybe they're disappointed that they didn't meet, but something does need to be cleared up within them. They need to really realise what it is that is creating that pain, that issue, and it could be something from the past. But when they feel like that, it's like that they have to kind of slip away. So they just want to be heard and recognised for what they can offer. Does that make sense? Hello, Lucky. Hello, Lucky Pearl 7. How are you doing? So I think that made a little bit of sense. But yeah, I think Fabian's in a kind of a stance where, they just feel withdrawn a lot of the times. Poor them. Well done, Lucky Pearl 7. Well done. Well done, yeah. We're just doing another donated reading at the moment. It's for Disha. And what are my true feelings for you? What does Spirit wants me to do with regards to that connection? That's a good question, Disha. Let's have a look at Armine. Yeah, you'll think about it. Right, for instance, Elsa, have they told you that they want to kind of, I don't think it's to do with work, it's to do with how they present themselves all the time. It's almost like, have they expressed something that hasn't really sunk in? Obviously it hasn't, but they are disappointed in something. So the reason that they haven't is perhaps they told you they didn't want to see you, or something, because they had something else to do. There is something that they feel like they haven't been understood a little bit, if that makes sense. Think about it. Yeah, you'll have to ask them, or have the same repeated conversation. Yeah. Hello, Cashish. I'm just on a donated reading, guys. Okay. Be with you shortly, guys. I'm just on a donated reading with Anna. We're just doing a donated reading for Disha. Amen. Right, let's have a look, Disha. See what's going on. Amen. Right. Thank you, Elsa, for the donation. That's very kind. Right. So let's have a look at Ame, and what to do with the connection. First of all, what really does come out in the center of this reading is a Ten of Autumn, which is all about that greatness of stability, about what you want to build out for your future. And if things are kind of here with too difficult, it's a lot like two directions. It's this direction is the prominent one. It's like what you build for yourself is sturdy, is strong. So when we're trying to go after something, and you do have that Three of Spring, it is almost like waiting for that situation to be really, really in tune. And it's the length of time that we have to go after those things, make it very difficult to have that strong stability and branch out. So you can pay attention to this, the Eight of Autumn, in the working hard at something. So it shows here that one has to really pay attention to you as an individual within the team of what is going on with the universal factors. So for Ame, they're trying to build up their foundation, but equally you are too. So it's like those two pillars of understanding, two different aspects, two different families coming together to have the wholeness. And that's kind of important. And it can be quite flighty at times. So even though you're waiting for the stability and the sturdiness of that, it can be, with the Prince of Autumn here, it can be very flighty. And one of those things with the Princess of Winter, very flighty. So it's almost like the imagination of what it is when Ame comes back, and they can bring all this romance and feeling and really nice aspects. But it's very difficult when it is flighty. So with the Prince of Summer here and the frog, you can see the glass slipper, you can see him as the prince. So sometimes the prince can be there, but sometimes the prince disappears. So that's why it's flighty. And I think within your life, you need something really solid and confirmed. So when we look at the Princess of Winter flying around and trying to find a home, it's very hard when it's in the air. So the whole aspect of waiting for Ame sometimes to be that solid person and build up your future and the predictability, but the reliability is not there. So it's almost like a little bit too much excitement and wishful thinking sometimes about Ame. So I think unless they're going to really get down to business kind of thing and lay that foundation in a very solid, meaningful, rich way, then it's always going to be hard work, and it's always going to be that kind of am I waiting for nothing? What is going on? Is my fortune going? And the whole aspect. So sometimes it can appear that it is working hard, the situation on something, but it just seems too much like an ambition that you can't achieve. So it is a little bit difficult at times, isn't it? So sometimes when we do weave these two balls of wool, we can create something fantastic. And yes, you can. With the Ten of Autumn, you can definitely create that. But it is, as I said, a little bit flighty at this time. So I think your guides are definitely trying to say, like, how long have you waited for this situation? Because you want somebody completely reliable. This is very important to you, and you can have that in spades, but that foundation has got to be built very, 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 very strongly indeed. So sometimes we do repeat same patterns of what we tell ourselves. So one has to be more solid in that aspect at the moment. That's a kind of universal message that's going around at the moment. But it is difficult circumstances. We all appreciate that. Thank you, Jolly Bear, for the thingamajiggy donation. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, you see that's difficult, isn't it? When they've got no plan, and it needs a plan. It definitely needs a plan there. Right, Charlie Bear, I'm going to just do Elsa Lopez. They donated first. Thanks for your donation, Elsa and Charlie Bear. So Tisha, I hope that helps. It will slowly get there, I suppose, but he does need that. The whole aspect needs to be solid, doesn't it? It needs a solid, definitely needs something grounded, solid in that circumstances. Otherwise, it's too flighty and airy. Hello, Bethany, how are you doing? Right, we're just doing Elsa Lopez's question. What would Fabian like me to understand about thoughts and feelings about you? Right, okay. Let's have a look what he's thinking. I'll use a different card for you. Paulina Tarot. Right, let's have a look at Elsa Lopez, and then we'll do Charlie. Right, let's get into Fabian's brain thoughts. Clear as mud. Right, okay. Yes. Right, okay. Fabian, Elsa, he does want to communicate. Sometimes things can be a little bit cold on one side. The feelings of what needs to be expressed is one of those things that have happened in the past to them. So I think that you need to sit down. If there is a gap, if they really, really do trust you, things have happened before where they've tried to express trust issues. And with the Seven of Swords, it's all about moving away from trust issues and communication. So when you come across as the King of Swords, that is a good communication aspect, but they have left a bit of understanding on the table. So I think they felt that they've been done wrong in certain aspects. So this is why, in a way, you've got the Judgment card. So they feel like that with the Seven of Swords there, they feel as well as here that injustice has happened towards them. This could have happened a long time ago with who they are as a person, and they haven't quite let go of it. So sometimes when people are on a rebound situation, they can never really get over that unless they look at the Judgment side and really look at forgiving themselves, forgiving the situations. So it might not be you that they're trying to remove themselves from, but the feeling of getting too close is very painful in the aspect that they have left something with the other person. So to be honest, it's like how they really feel on the inside is very, very difficult to move through this Judgment phase. So it is hard. So it's almost like they have to let go of something which is in the past maybe and understand and communicate to themselves exactly what it is. They need to be more powerful. So the sword can sometimes be very painful, but it can either defend or attack. So when the King of Swords is there with his sword, is he going to attack or is he going to defend again? So it's almost like from that other reading with the Seven of Wands that they want to kind of be in charge of who they are. They don't know whether to communicate what's happened in the past or whether should I leave it? So they find here with the Strength card that they want to believe in trust again. So it's almost like, how courageous can I tell you something from my past that has hurt me significantly? And when I get very close with someone, that's when I'll pull away. It's a bit, I hate it when that happens, because it's like the past doesn't define who we are in this particular relationship. If we are in a rebound situation where we've been very hurtful in the past, and then when we come through here, we don't have the courage to move on. So they really do need to understand that he is different from who he was in the past. So leaving a kind of aspect with him, he's not communicating the right thing. So he needs to find that things are different, and that's where the Judgment comes in as well. Has to self-assess a newness, a new beginning, a new relationship. So it is difficult for them, absolutely. So when the Two of Wands comes in and the Six of Pentacles, it's like the door of opportunity. So he has to learn to give and take. So it's like the door is open on a good friendship and a good relationship, only if you trust. So at the moment, it's the forgiveness, I think, is one of the most powerful things for them within that life. So I think this is going to be a big issue for Fabian to learn how to forgive himself and forgive the past. So it's almost like what he thinks, oh, what's been given out to him, it's always going to be like that. So trust. Hopefully they can trust you 100%, but they don't trust themselves or the situation. So anything that you say, you've got to really believe in it. Like, oh, I'll see you at 2:00. It has to be bang on 2:00, not like 2:30 or, oh, well, I thought it was 4:00 or 5:00 or the next day or whatever. I think his confidence has to be built up 100%. It is a shame when people have done that, but yeah, I think he can get there, definitely with the strength card, that courage in allowing himself to communicate to you. Trust issues. He's got a lot of trust issues, which has maybe got nothing to do with yourself. But with the Two of Wands, it's got a good opportunity there to open up fully, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's very, very hard when that happens. Thank you, Shruti. Mel, how are you? How much do you donate? Over £2, please. It is in the pinned comment. Hello, Miss John Money, how are you? Disha, are you still here? Right, okay. I'm going to do Charlie Bear. Right, let's do Charlie. Right, let's have a look. Thank you, Mel. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at Charlie's. Will you be team? Let's have a look. You've hung in this far, haven't you? Right, let's have a look at Charlie Bear. Thank you, Mel. Thank you very much. I will get to you as soon as I've done Charlie Bear's reading. Thank you. Right. What do you mean 24 to 6? Team of 24 to 6. What does that mean, to 6? Right, let's have a look at your team. You mean 24 people of 6? Anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, team. Oh, that's a long time ago, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Oh, I see what you mean. So 24 people you started with, and there are only 6 left. That's pretty good. 6 people left after all that time. Are still there after all that time. Right. you, Shruti. You are still standing. I'm still standing. Right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. Right, you've got the Two of Autumn as well. Right, you've got the Two of Autumn here, which is about following your ambition. Sometimes we weave different kind of things, and I think with the restructure, it's a good thing, and I think you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. It's following your ambition. It's still good to apply for other jobs like you have done, because it shows you your capabilities and what you really do want. And if you want to move off, you can, because this is following your ambition and creating things, even if it creates a mess. It creates a mess. The opportunity for staying in the company is definitely still there. But there's also equally, you can see on the other hand, it's one hand, do I stay? Do I go? Oh, it's great to have a choice. The Ace of Pentacle, Autumn, Ace of Autumn, is definitely there to give you a good luck charm. I do believe you're born under a lucky star. I think anything that you focus on, you do achieve. There's nothing you can't achieve. So this is what the Two of Autumn is all about. Definitely. It does show here that there is a renewal system. So yeah, the renewal restructuring is going to be fine. It's like a whole different ball game. I think from many months ago, things were difficult. They are now easing off. So everything will be looked at as a renewal. So it might be the restructure might be a whole different almost like a whole different company. So that's why I think for you, you may have a choice to stay or go. Definitely there. I think you will find, absolutely, it's good to have a choice. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and Opportunity. So the abundance that you can have, maybe with the restructure, they'll offer more money. Wow. Who knows? But it is going to be a whole different ball game, definitely. I think this is going to move forward in a very successful line of attack. But yeah, I do think you can really think, do I want this? You know, I've had all this hassle for a while. And, you know, with the other changes within your life, you might feel like you've outlived this company anyway. Interesting. So the Three of Spring is there. So I always look at turtles as very good lucky. So it's almost like you can move with the times. And I think refreshing time is definitely there. I think you're going to listen to a lot of aspects of who you are as a person. I think you're going to gain more confidence. You are the King of Spring. So you can inspire a lot of aspects. So did I say once that you're good at it? I know you wanted your own business and things like that, but I think you can move into a kind of teaching role as well, almost like guiding people. So yeah, I think there's going to be a more fortune in kind of like I know your other role that you were applying for was more socially adept, but. Yeah. So I think it's more of a guidance thing, and waiting for that opportunity to come along. I do see you as very successful anyway. So to me, it doesn't really matter if you stay or go. You're going to be successful no matter what. So I don't see the problem. But the whole restructure of what is going on is going to be quite fortunate, I think, for the company. So it depends whether you like it or not. So I think you're going to be very much in control. As I said, I see you more listening to people, guiding people, things like that. So I see the whole process as very fortunate. It's almost like because it's like that doubt, you know, all that doubt you've had for months and it took away your power. I think once you've done all your study and done your personal fantastic thing that was coming up, it's like moving through that will just give you more confidence as a person, and you'll feel like a grown-up person to be able to be like the King of Spring and really inform other people. But it's almost like the strength card in listening, because the little bird on the tree is telling the king what to do. Oh, that's a good idea. Off they go to rule their own world. So that's how I see you. You do have a lot of great cards here with the money coming in, Wheel of Fortune, renewal of the whole structure. I think there's nothing to worry about whatsoever. Nothing at all. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I think that suits you down to the ground, teaching myself. I think you've got a lot to offer. You've got a very gentle side, and I think you've got a lot of patience as well. And I think teaching is one of the greatest things that you can actually do. I thought I'd lost a card there, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No. Everything it's almost like everything you touch turns to gold. So no, I think you're a very inspirational person, if you realise that or not. And I think that's going to come up roses, definitely. So yeah, you've got good. You see, I always see turtles as living long. So it's the length of time that sometimes you have to wait for your opportunity to come in. Has been a long time, but you are the King of Spring. You are that king, definitely. Oh, wonderful. No, you're absolutely fine. You're born under that golden star. Whoa, that looks very pretty. Oh yeah, Mel, forgot. Right, Mel, what's the question? Good job you were here. Mel, have you put a question down? Yeah, I know, waiting. But it's like, am I making the right decision to get a new apartment now, or shall I wait? Will I be able to afford it? These are very valid questions. Let's have a look, Mel. Let's have a look at Mel. A new apartment. Hello, Daniel Frood. Oh, thank you for doing that. That's nice. I like the tarot coming in and saying, generally a very caring bunch. Right, Mel, let's have a look at your apartment. Oh, okay. Right, Mel, let's have a look at your situation. Right. Right, should you get a new apartment now, or should I wait? Can you afford it? Is it working? Okay, cool. Right, we're on Mel's donation now. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So what we have here is a really interesting aspect where perhaps waiting might be quite a good idea. We've got things from a different perspective of waiting. So I think here it is probably about waiting. Now, the reason why is waiting, it's not to do with a financial aspect, it's more to do with emotional aspect. So emotionally, one needs to say completely goodbye to your where you are now, perhaps, and look what that means to you. So if you're trying to, there's two kind of aspects where people can move away from. One of them is like, I'm emotionally not happy where I am, or I'm emotionally happy where I am. So if you're very, very happy where you are, and moving is going to be a tug, it's going to be a difficult. So one needs to say goodbye. Equally, if you want to get out of a place, hello, Casey, good to see you. If you want to get out of a place because of the emotional disharmony that's going on, then that's also an issue. And that's perhaps why it says wait a little bit. But you do have the Eight of Summer, which is moving away on an emotional aspect. So clear up your emotions where you are now, whether that's because it's happy or sad. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like saying goodbye to the area and whatnot. Because with the Princess of Autumn here, it's about waiting. Princess of Autumn looks towards the future on a financial goal. So maybe it's not the right time financially as well for that. But with the Empress here, there's a lot of growth. There's a new beginning, but one has to have patience for this to actually have come about. Because you do have a very good, happy home with the Ten of Autumn. So that's good, but it shows that it's going to be a very big upheaval. So this is why emotionally, I'm saying for you to kind of have a look what it is where you are now on an emotional level. So if you're trying to rush away and escape something, one has to deal with that aspect of what's going on. So, you know, sometimes it can drag that energy down on a higher aspect, isn't it? So the Ten of Pentacles does say that you will move home eventually, but with the Princess of Autumn, it's like make those steps towards that goal. So awakening is a good thing. Awaken up to the idea of what it is that you're trying to move to. Sometimes when we move into places, it's not the right number. Looking at numerology and what it is that we're trying to move to is a very good aspect. And moving into the right number of house is good. And maybe that's why you have to wait. Maybe your fantastic number of where you move to isn't the correct number. It's not available yet. But yeah, definitely you will be moving eventually. The Empress is about good growth, but it just seems to me that the Ten of Spring, you'll feel very oppressed at the moment. So I think wait perhaps, but obviously don't wait and be lazy about waiting, but see what it is that you're trying to escape or trying to move to. Does that make sense? Thank you, Casey, for the donation. That's very kind. All right, thank you, Disha. Thank you, Disha. You need more space. Yeah, more space is so that is going to be a bit of a financial burden, and perhaps that's one of those things. But you definitely do need to find the right home. If you look at this card with the St. Bernard, he's going out working, but his home's there. So sometimes looking for your right home will be there. So maybe your perfect apartment isn't quite on the market yet, and that's why the universe is saying wait a little bit. But yeah, make your own decisions. Sometimes it doesn't help to keep looking and looking and looking again. But yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Right. Thank you, Tisha. That's kind. So, Casey, may I have a birthday reading? Yay! Happy birthday! Right. Okay. So it's your Is it birthday today? When is birthday? Oh, that's going to take ages. Right. Solar. I'll do your solar return reading for that. Right. Okay. No worries at all. Right, we're doing a birthday reading for Casey. Are you still here, Casey? Right, solar return for Casey. Tomorrow. Right. I'll do you a solar return reading. Happy birthday to you. Right. Right, this is going to be the solar return reading for each house, a year ahead kind of thing. That's why you call 526. Hello, Jacques Tarot. Jacques Rousseau. Right, let's do this solar reading. Well, this is going to obviously be 12 cards for a solar reading of the solar return spread. May use one in the middle. Right. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll do the bottom. So this is like the clock spread. This is the middle, which is the 9 of summer. So everything that you've achieved, Casey, from this moment on, you can look at it with happiness. So I'll keep reverting to this card. So I need to stick there. Yeah, I'll put it there. So that. Can you see that? Probably not, but I'll keep reverting to it. So in your position 1 is how you are on the solar return. It's a 9 of spring. So the 9 of spring is what's happened this year moving into next year. So maybe you've had to defend yourself on quite a lot of things, and being a herd animal with the deer, one has to spring into action. Instead of hiding behind certain things or being fearful, one has to realize that you have achieved things emotionally, and to do so even more is that one step towards the 10 of Cups. So finding on your solar return a better understanding of how you are on an emotional level is going to be worth the while in having that previous pain and lack of kind of achievements in getting towards your goals. So with the 9 of spring, one can put into action. So this is about in the self. So every single day for the next year, realize that, do I want to be on a border of protecting myself, or do I want to move forward and step off the cliff, so to speak, as a fool, which is the beginning of the year, your year beginning tomorrow. So this is quite an important card to actually embrace. So that's good. Next, in the possessions and value is the 8 of spring. So what you could value next on your solar return is how you work with yourself and how you achieve for yourself. So bringing in some more honey, so to speak, some more emotional, some more love is what you could value. So looking at things that make you happy, looking at perhaps Venus, planet Venus, and what you do love will allow you to spring forward in a greater aspect than ever before. So that's nice. So work what you do work out for the next year, it would be very powerful and bring you a lot of happiness as well. So that's nice. In house 3, we've got the lovers. Way! And this is how you communicate. So this is a great card for you on your solar return to have the lovers, because it is about a choice, a huge choice. So how do you communicate what you do value and how you move forward? So we have a look again at the 9 of summer here, which is all about what you have achieved. So if you can tell yourself over the past year life what you have achieved on an emotional level, you can do that. But the great thing about this card here is that it is a choice of communication on a higher level. So choosing a higher love from a divine power. So maybe this year you can look at more a spiritual side and paying attention to your higher self of what you want. That is a communication that you could actually have. This is the Gemini card as well. So, so for you, really paying attention to who you are as a Gemini sun sign, and depending what else is in your 3rd house, in your natal chart, what are the planets aspects, that's something you can pay attention to. Only you know that. Hopefully you've put your natal chart in a free website to find out what planets are in your 3rd house. Okay, so we've got that. So the 4th house, you weren't expecting this, were you? So the 4th house is how you were brought up, kind of thing. And this is the life experience. So on the solar return of that, you've got different directions to actually achieve. So I think you might move away from understanding of how you were brought up, and you can make your own decisions now about certain things. So what they believed, your mum, your dad, all sorts of things within that, you can say, right, okay, I can achieve this. So your stability of where you are now today might be shaken within the year to move forward and understand what it is like to understand parents and how you were brought up, and the stability of that. So it is moving through. And I think it's a good thing, because you can push the 9 to a 10 and really achieve that on a bit bigger level than ever before. So that's good. Then we have in the 5th house, we have the King of Winter. So communication to all sorts of things like siblings and how you want to communicate, really. There's going to be a bigger depth than ever before. So communicate to yourself what it is that you actually do want within your year, the new year. So if we go back to the 1st house, which is the 9 of spring, how can you tell yourself to move forward? And it's almost like consuming not so much guilt or what we've done before, but also realizing that what we do say to ourselves is essential to move forward, especially surrounding family members and whatnot. So it's almost like being very honest with those kind of feelings. Communication is one of those things, especially when you want to achieve on a bigger level than ever before, that complete happiness, that really beautiful relationship. So in the 6th house, we've got Princess of Autumn. This is a good aspect. So perhaps if you want to change jobs or just relearn things, but you've got to really communicate to yourself what it is that you actually want, because you could be moving a direction. This is a great thing to do. So maybe really learn about how you can connect to a more spiritual understanding of what you do want. Maybe this year you want to concentrate on romance, and that's absolutely fine. But I think one of the things that you might have a look at, how you kind of interact with different aspects within your life. Definitely. No, being in charge anyway. Now, the 7th house, which is the 10 of spring here, that this is in the relationship corner. So you may feel a little bit oppressed at times, that it is very difficult trying to push through all the time. I think that has one of the understanding of down here about your stability, about where you see yourself within the family. So depending what other sign is in your 7th house, maybe this year it'll just feel like a lot of hard work. Doesn't have to be, but you've got that kind of, I need to push through. So the change that is coming through you is moving forward, and maybe that is a particular aspect of moving forward within relationships per se. And here with the Lovers, it's all about making that bigger choice for yourself about how you're going to move through that aspect. The 8th house is looking good with the World. So you can see that maybe financially, maybe that you've got a helping hand here, but realizing that issues from maybe parents and things like that down there have brought you to an understanding of who you are on a soul level as well. So 9, 6 of summer, which is good. So maybe here, travel, religion, all those things have a nostalgic kind of look at. So maybe you can think where you've been before and how you can actually maintain that. And I think that's a choice for you to kind of go. So I think you are going to connect in a kind of way of understanding what it has brought to you within religion, within spirituality. A kind of, it could be simple thing as a Christmas day, especially with family. And I think the imagination, traveling through the mind, is going to be one of those things if you're not actually going to travel to a physical destination. But yeah, somewhere you might revisit, you might go to a museum or a restaurant or something that's held really nice memories for you. I think that's one of the great things to do. Now then, 10th house. Woo. 10th house, very interesting. You've got release in the 10th house. So this is your main career, how you see yourself. Yeah, that was jobs down here about learning. But this is your reputation, how you're seen to the world. So you are changing on your solar return. So this is very special because it is death. So you are going to change significantly. You've had the life experience down here in the South Node, and up here in the North Node, you've got this death. So it's like the whole thing is going to change. So I think this spiritual awakening kind of thing is going to kind of drip feed itself within you. Maybe you're not going to pay attention to love relationships, and you are going to pay attention to something which is more pure. Perhaps it is challenging at the moment, your relationship corner, but how you see yourself and how you can develop further is more in lining with a purity and innocence. So changing your whole new solar return is going to be strong. So the year ahead for you is going to be quite strong if you allow it to happen. And it is going to happen. I don't know how old you are tomorrow, but if you're over 28, your Saturn has returns, and you will get more responsible and things like that. But the death card here shows that you've got that purity, that innocence to move forward. And understand what the change, especially around your family, your basis, has actually happened. So now we look at friends and family and all that. Friends, we got the Four of Summer. So I think you're going to have a look at friendships and all relationships in a more deeper level than ever before. Because the Four of Summer is like, are you going to lose friends? Do you want to move away from people who do not empower you or agree with who you are now? So people may see you as withdrawn or whatever, but that's a good thing in a way. You always need that supportive friends. So people that may not see you and wonder why you're not as social or whatever, with here. It's almost like because you are realizing that some friends aren't as meaningful as they used to be. So it doesn't matter if you do drop friends or do you know what I mean? So sometimes it is within ourselves that we need to find that huge aspect. And that's why you've got the Nine of Summer here, which is all about that, what you have gained on an emotional level. You've got to keep that to yourself. And that's perhaps why what your solar return is saying, go forward. If when there's been things difficult, it's about moving forward. And so we bring to the end of the year on your solar return, the Ten of Winter. So this is all about institutions and what's hidden. And this is kind of a prison card. So I think mentally you've perhaps trapped yourself so much in the past, not freed yourself. You've not allowed yourself to be who you are. And that's why I love this card here with the Death card. This is freeing yourself out of your own prison. So things that have been hidden, that huge spiritual urge. If you feel like you're being pulled this year from tomorrow onwards into a direction, just go with it. See things in a different light than ever before, and you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. So you've got some really good aspects here on your solar return, on your birthday reading. But yeah, really look and communicate to yourself what it is that you're trying to achieve. But definitely have the courage, and you may want to listen to this back a few times, because 13 cards is quite a lot to actually go forward with. So I think that's quite good. You've got some good heavy aspects, got good aspects that are very meaningful, but you've also got ones that make you realize. So within this year, if you feel like, this year's not working out for me very well, it actually is. It's the universe allowing you to see things, to shake you up almost, to realize that it's not what is on the outside, it's what's the inside. It's like an Easter egg when you've got that little prize in the middle. That's you in the middle. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, that was a big reading, wasn't it? Yeah, so happy birthday tomorrow. Whoa, right, okay. Yeah, you will. You'll have to pick mark it. I know. So just to see what's you asked for a solar return reading. That's a solar return reading. So happy birthday tomorrow, Casey. Yay, birthday cake and everything else. That's fine, Shruti, that's fine. Did anyone else donate? I'm sure somebody else donated. Oh, yeah. Tisha donated, didn't you? Tisha, are you still here? Hold on. Yeah. Right, okay. What's the near future between you and May in the coming months? Will things improve and progress between us? Or again, some break or end? This troublesome dude, what's he doing? Right, okay. Yeah. Right. It's okay, it's okay. It's mad, isn't it, Daniel? Right, okay, right. Let's have a look at. I'll put that back. Right, so now you guys know what a solar return reading is. You may like one on your solar return. They are quite big then. Right, let's have a look. What's the near future of you and Anna in the coming months? Yes, you can donate, that's fine. I will never refuse a donated reading. Now, yeah. Where's the ruffle? Right, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look at Tisha. Oh. Right, okay. It's quite funny with you two. It really is. Well, first of all, we got the Ten of Autumn. Did we have the Ten of Autumn before? Yeah, we did. So this this Ten of Autumn Tisha is very, very important. It's like your home, and it is very, very solid. So what we do see, as well as the complete home, is the Two of Summer. So there is love between the two of you. It's really quite uncanny. So hopefully, and this is where it's like the swings and the roundabouts all the time. And that's why perhaps down here you've still got the Six of Autumn, the give and the receive and the push me, the pull you. So it really is on that seesaw. And you can see the seesaw within the justice, the wheels of justice, the scales of justice, so to speak. You do still have the Two of Autumn in this circumstance, chasing after that dream. And what with the Eight of Summer here, it's a very difficult dream to actually chase. So the aspect of what it is, you have to have that justice. You have to have the justice within this. So when they keep flipping here and there and backwards and forwards, it really is quite frustrating. And that's why the universe is giving you the justice in this situation. It's also with traveling and the interchange, you're going to have to both learn of how you do this. But isn't that great, the Two of Budgerigars or the Lovebirds? Two of Summer. So that connection is definitely there. So we've seen the release here, the release of the death of the situation, of the past perhaps, and that's why you do have the justice. So I think they're still going to somehow move away again. With the Eight of Summer, it's almost like what maybe they have to realize that they can't always do this, because it's like they will lose you. So it's almost like that is the death of messing around and messing you around. It's very difficult because you clearly want this. You want that solid commitment. You need that commitment. You just need that solid commitment. It's like, give me my house, give me my situation where it's just solid and it's never going to crumble down. So you do have the justice in that system, and you do have that purity. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it? So what do we have down here? Well, you've got the 9 of Cups, Summer. You have everything to be able to do that, but this is annoying with the 8 of Summer. It's almost like taking that opportunity away from this and just leaving 1 cup. So the 8 away from the 9 is going to leave the 1 cup, and you standing alone and feeling alone. And that's what needs to change, that feeling of feeling alone, and that, both of you have to work on that really loving aspect. I think that's why you do have the justice, that balance of opportunity. They definitely do see you as a Queen of Summer. They do genuinely love you, and you can see this with the 2 of Summer as well. So the 6 of Autumn, about the give and receive, have to do that. So communicate to Ame what it is that you actually want. This is what I want. If you can't provide it, we don't say that, but this is what I want within my life. And then, you see here with the 9 of Summer that you do want that stability, that independence. You still want your independence, but you want to know if you are connected, definitely. So I think there is justice within your situation. And they do understand what it is that you want. But whether they feel that they can give it to you is going to remain about what is it that they're trying to let go of, to be able to reveal to yourself that, I'm quite happy now to actually give that in a big way. Difficult, isn't it? The justice is very slow at times. It is very, very slow. It does show still this, but it's a little bit annoying when we've got that. It's a way that shows that I think it goes very well though with this, because it's like moving away from the small things and paying attention to a deeper relationship. So if that's there, then they can achieve that. But I do believe that they need a lot more honesty about, the connection, really. And I think where you're particular, this is really interesting with the 6 of Autumn. It's like where the other reading was very flighty, this is more grounded, because the Kiwi bird can't fly. So the opportunity for a give and take is definitely there. So it's not written in stone that you two are going to get to, that happy families aspect with a good foundation. But it is showing promise, quite a lot of promise in that particular reading. So I think underlining, they do see you. There's the Queen of Summer, of how love, it's a swan, swans make for life. It is on its own, but it's like this really does determine about what you want as a person. So if they've heard what you want, Disha, then that's a really good thing, isn't it? Okay, Shruti, if you moved. So hopefully that helped. Jack Tarot, have you got your question now? Right. Jack Tarot, have you got your question, please? Thank you for the donation. So we're on Jack Tarot now. Yeah, absolutely. Let's pray for you. Let's send all the right energies. Yeah, they're very kind of solid thingamajigs. Yeah, no worries. I'm sure it'll work out fine. It's quite good about the Two of Cups there, which is that good connection. Hello, Renee. Jack Tarot, are you still here, please? Yeah. Have you got a question, Jack Tarot? Hello, Monica. How are you doing? Oh, what? Clarissa, what? What are you saying? I'm waiting for Jack Tarot to put their question down, please. Trina May, thank you for the donation. That's very kind of you. Right, I am trying to wait for. There you are. No, it wasn't your reading. What is your question? No, that was for Disha. You're next, Jack Tarot. What is your question, please? No, that was not your reading. Your reading is now, if you put your question down. Have you got a question? Yes, I saw you did. Thank you very much. I do need a question, or unless you want a general. Right, I'm waiting for Jack Tarot. Right, can I have a near future for me and GR? Yeah, sure. In love. Okay, no worries. Clarissa, what are you doing? Did you donate, Clarissa? Anyway, I'm on Jack Tarot now, please. Right, let's have a look what Jack Tarot needs to know. Good JR. Yeah, no worries. Near future for JR and yourself. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you are next, Trina. You are next after Jack Tarot. Yes, I can see it now. It's just the live feed is very slow. Thank you, Jack Tarot. Your question is, what's going on with JR and you in the near future? Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you very much, Brittany. Yeah, you can have them reading. I'm just doing Jack Tarot, and then I'm doing Trina, and then I'll do you, Brittany. Is that all right? Thank you. Do pop your questions down. Thank you. Yeah, they are delayed. They're very much delayed. Right, Jack Tarot and GR. I know it's always a miracle when technology works, isn't it? Right. Right, LIVETAROT. Let's have a look what's going on with you in the next short moments. Oh, who is this JR then? Ooh. So, okay, JR. Interesting. So, JR, we've got the Prince of Summer. Oh, so sometimes this is about bringing more love to your life. And we can see that right at the end of the reading with the Two of Summer. Yay! But what's going on in between? So the Prince of Summer can be quite idealistic about relationships. And I think that's why, in a way, that you've got the Justice. So sometimes when you might see that they're all over you and very kind and very generous, is that going to last? Because there is an element here where the Five of Autumn is there as well. The Five of Autumn can mean quite a bit of a struggle and a challenge at times. So your JR needs to express themselves with honesty and conviction, kind of thing. There is huge growth in this particular relationship with the Queen of Autumn and the Empress. So these two are really, really good. Say, for instance, you wanted to get pregnant. Wow, these two cards together are really, really quite strong. But regards to wanting this relationship to grow and develop in a better way, then yeah, there is that justice there for it. So putting things into balance and finding that things have been a struggle will kind of really realize that they need to really, pay attention to love on a greater scale than ever before. I do feel that here with the Two of Summer, that connection can be very, very strong. I think within you two, if you do get the balance right about really putting in effort now, they will come to developing a longer. Let's have a look. Well, engagement. I don't know what's happening here, but if you are allowed to kind of really see things about them and you and what you do want, there could be an engagement. That's quite shocking, isn't it? It's just got a nice feeling about it. So I don't know what's going on with JR and yourself, but it maybe if this isn't ringing true, there's obviously another JR that's going around at the moment. But yeah, it does seem that you are very, very connected. So hopefully that makes sense. Right. Wow, lot Two of Cups. Whoa. I'm excited about that. Right, it's very quiet. It's very quiet. No one's saying anything now. Right. So we're on Trini now, aren't we? Trini May. What's going to happen in your marriage? Let's have a look at that. I'm just doing Trini and then we'll do Brittany. Is that all right? Right, let's have a look, Trini May. Brittany, if you put your question down, please, we'll get to you in a minute. Thanks. disappointed where you are. It does look pretty good at the moment. So let's, fingers crossed that the universe is cooperating. Jack Tarot. Right, Trina May. Thank you, Brittany. I'm just doing Trina May. What's going to happen in your marriage, Trina May? This is for Trina May. Reading for Trina May. Right, this is for Trina May. Okay, what's going to happen in your marriage? All right, Trina, let's have a look. Okay, so. All right, Trina, are you still here, sweetheart? No worries, Jack. Tarot. That's all right, Brittany. I'll get to you as soon as I can. Now then, Trina, what's going on with your marriage? So one has to see very, very clearly what it is that you want from your marriage and your relationship. Sometimes things can get a little bit emotional and seem a little bit off. And that's why you've got the Death card, the release. So it's almost like if our emotions are a little bit high and very, very sensitive, and you're right to be sensitive, I mean, that's absolutely fine. But sometimes we need to release certain emotions. And forgiveness is one of those great aspects to actually have within readings. But the moon is about transforming ourselves to really pay attention to our intuitive side, about where we are wanting the whole relationship to go in. So one has to reveal a sense of innocence and purity and love. Pure love is always good when we get married and in a relationship. So seeing the other person for what they are as well loses that kind of aspect of idealistic and what we think should happen in a relationship or a marriage. So it's almost like taking that person for face value and not having too much fantasy about what marriage can be. Sometimes we'll look at all these different Disney films and think, yeah, princesses and princesses should move out. Be there. You do have a princess. You do have the Four of Spring, which is a great card to actually have. So with the Four of Spring, it's very laid back. It's very together. You see these two water otters just lying there relaxing. So having a good connection to each other is going to be very, very important. So things to celebrate of both who you are is really good. You do play a part in this as the Princess of Spring. So one must always learn to support yourself individually as well as in the marriage. I think you're going to be one of those very supportive people within the marriage itself. So learn to kind of intuitively know what is going on when it is going on. But it's almost like about seeing things for reality as well. You've also got the sun, which is great, the sun and the moon together. So everything, this was upside down, but I'm not reading it upside down. So the sun and the moon. So you two are a good kind of match. And like I said with you are the good supporter within that relationship. So if you're feeling that you lose a little bit of power sometimes in trying to get the marriage up all the time, upbeat and, what we're going to do now and what can we achieve? Don't lose hope. and strength, because you've got a strength card down there. The sun is the one that gives the moon the light, isn't it? So you feel like you're trying to give, but they're not receiving. So sometimes it has to be in a balanced way. And I think that's why in a way, Trini, you may have the release card to kind of release what is needed, not needed anymore, to be able to work together in harmony. So if you're feeling depleted of your energy, depleted of your inspiration, and not being heard within marriage, then that's going to take a lot of kind of strength and courage and the inner strength to be able to continue to do that. So you are going to be a very strong pillar within this marriage, and I'm sure you'd agree with that. So it's kind of... I'm sure it'll even out to understand that with the 4 of spring here, you are both that strong community together as 2 people. So learn that you are in a partnership, and it should be an equal establishment of what you do want. So be strong in what you do want, and be equal, but also complement each other in a bigger way, as the sun and the moon do. So Trini, thank you for that. I hope that helped. Hi, I'm the Lifelongs. How are you? Right, okay, so now we're on our last donated reading today of Brittany. Let's find Brittany. My question is sort of more than one. Will my dad be okay? Will I be okay? Is the person that I am with now the right one? Right, okay, 2 parts. We'll do 2 parts of that question. Your dad. Right, let's have a look, Brittany. Let's have a look at your daddy. I'm laughing at Jake's final comment. He's just being weird. Bloke. What can we say? Hello, Finners. How are you? Oh, I didn't see you snuck in there. What's going on? I don't know what you... What? Right, I'm doing Brittany's question. I don't know what everyone's talking about. Yeah, I'm not... Right. Right, Brittany, let's have a look at what's going on with your dad. Right, Brittany. Let's have a look. Right, Brittany. Let's do the first part of your question about your dad and yourself. Are you going to be okay, etc., etc.? Right, Daniel, you're now a moderator. So, let's concentrate on Brittany at the minute first. So, for Brittany's dad, there is an interesting aspect where Brittany, you're going to be all right. You're the Queen of Spring, okay? So just relax into this situation as much as possible. Things will happen very quickly. You might feel all over the place in a lot of things, but you do have the wheel, and you do have the wheel of fortune. So no matter, one has to look at reality of a lot of things in life. Yeah, all over. Well, yeah. With the world, one has to really encompass our soul's journey, and having a look at when we physically leave each other is one of those things that we all have to do. When we meet people on the planet, we just have to do that. It is the cycle of life. The wheel of fortune goes up and it comes down. But, of course, you'll be all right. You're both going to be all right, no matter what you've got to do on a soul level. So with the Eight of Spring, things do happen fast. You are connected. You're always going to be connected by that etheric bond, that your soul. You'll probably meet them again in a different aspect as well. So you are going to be okay. There's no... what's not happening, what's not happening. The Five of Summer is obviously about you, about pain and disappointment, about what things can happen and what can't happen. But you've got to remember the Five of Cups is all about Two of Cups with that connection. And sometimes it can be very difficult to connect. So it is difficult. But for you, Brittany, you have to be the Queen of Spring, sitting on your throne of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes this is about being very optimistic in a lot of aspects. And also, traditionally, the Queen of Spring is a bit psychic as well. So just connecting, and you can see here down here with the moon, the moon is here, that you have to connect on a kind of... not too much emotional, but more of an intuitive side. So knowing how things happen within your world is very important. The aspects of the victory within your soul growth. So no matter what relationship you've had with Dad, or having or had, all those aspects are important to understand that the illusion of time, space, and age is just that, an illusion. So our soul goes on many different trips, and that's the world, the soul journey of what you've had to learn, and especially within your relationship, daughter, father. And you can know and understand, at some point, you will understand what it is to reflect back to yourself what the relationship was all about. So, of course, you're going to be all right. Why wouldn't you be all right? You've also, hello, my soul, as my favourite northern bloke. So I've also got the star here as well. So the star has a lot of hope within your situation. So it's always good to have a look at the Five of Cups or the Five of Summer, which is that disappointment. But we've also got hope at the end of the situation. So emotionally, if we look at this on an emotional thing, and you felt a little bit drained and a little bit stressful surrounding relationships in general, and that you're losing somebody who should be the king of your world, but they are making the queen of your world. You have to now be the queen. And if you think of many queens, they're not subservient to kings. They are the ruler. So your dad is trying to remind you that you are your own responsible person to rule that world and to have faith that you are always going to be okay in situations. So instead of tying yourself up mentally, Brittany, one has to realise that the mind is a trap and will always be an entangled trap, because it's like drama. So moving away from drama and being very successful in owning your thoughts about your father and how things are, etc. It's just that. It's an opinion. At the end of the day, it's an opinion. But what is clear is that the soul does always go on, and that connection within that is going to be really, really good. Okay. So are you on? Is Dad going to be okay? Yes. Are you going to be okay? Yes. But allow the mindset to just free it a little bit better. Right. Second question. Is the person you're with the right? So thank you for that compliment. Compliments much appreciated. So are you with the person that you're with? Is that the right person, or words to that effect? Let me see what exactly your words were. Let's have a look. Is the person I am with now the right one? The right one. In your words, let's have a look. Yeah, that's all. We've got another moderator. Can't think of another. Daniel. Right, let's have a look, Brittany. Is the person you're with the right one? Right. What was that? Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it, when we lose parents? It's very difficult. But just imagine yourself, Brittany, you're the queen of spring, queen of your world. I learned a lesson when I was 18. It's more challenging to lose a child than it is to lose a parent. And I can see why that is in effect. So even though it's extremely sad to lose parents, it's more sadder to lose a child, simply because, of the age that we actually mentally think, it just woke up. What was that? I'm going to have to just read it all this called. Right, okay. I've missed half of this conversation. Right, let's have a look. We've got Brittany. Is Brittany the person that we're with the right person? Whatever that means. The right person. Yeah. I know. Whole man soul time. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to lose anyone, It's hard. It's difficult. And you may think I'm a little bit flippant here, but even if you lose a pet, it's hard. I know a lot of people don't like pets, but it's very hard to lose a pet as well. It's just hard. We don't like loss, do we? Anyway, moving on. Let's have a look at Brittany. Hello, Linda. Hello, how are you? Right. We've all lost somebody. Oh dear. Right, it's sad. I'm trying to concentrate on Brittany, not all these people who are luckily enough to have lost their physical body. Yay. That's a plus in my mind. You will meet them again, I'm pretty sure. And if you don't, that's you may choose to on another time. Right, Brittany. I'm not going to argue with that, my soul tarot. Right, okay, let's have a look. I was quite sane when I was born. I lost it around about age, I don't know, 18. No, maybe a bit longer. I don't know. I did lose it then. Right, okay. Are you, oh, really? Oh, you guys don't want me to have a rest. I can see that. Yes, you can donate again. So that's fine. Right, okay. Let me just do Brittany's. Is the person you're with the right one? They're always right for the moment in time. Oh, guess what? You've come up again. You definitely are the Queen of Wands, Brittany. When's your birthday? Brittany, are you a fire sign? Right, okay. So you've got Justice. So within your relationship of who you are with, there is going to be a sense of justice. So I don't know if you're going through or have been through a lot of things, and maybe one of those things is dealing with parents. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes dealing with parents is very difficult, no matter who they are. So maybe the justice within that, they're going to help you along the way. You do have the Six of Pentacles as well, so things do have to be equal and sort of understand one another on a greater aspect than before. So sometimes when things can be a little bit kind of unfair at times, I think that's when your justice will kick in. So are they the right person for you? Well, if there is an equal give and take and understanding of that, then they seem to be quite good. So the Eight of Pentacles is upside down. I don't know why. I'm trying to turn them all the right way. So the Eight of Pentacles, maybe you two aren't working enough to look at certain aspects, but the Five of Wands is there. So having to sort things out and having had done that is about an understanding as well. So if you two can both understand each other, then maybe you two can work things out when things are quite troublesome, and that's a good quality to have. So if they are fully supportive of you right now, then that'll stand into a very good understanding of how it can move through many, many difficult stages. If they're very supportive with you now, right now, through all of what's gone on, then yeah, that they seem to be a very right person for you right now. Queen of Wands is one of those aspects where you can support yourself. I think you're going to get stronger and stronger and maybe not need them so much. Who knows? And you've got the Death card again, but this is reversed this time. So it's like that understanding of who you are as a person. So yes, they are for you right now, but are they going to be right for you for the rest of your journey? And that's kind of not written in stone. But when we get the Death reversed, it's like looking at change significantly within this. So if you two can work out things out when they become a little bit all mixed up, as in there, and I think you can. There is an aspect that you can, or is there? So you wouldn't kind of ask this question if there wasn't kind of a little bit of trouble at some times. So this is where it says with the Queen of Wands, you've got to be capable of understanding what transformation within that life is. So finding out the small details in the Eight of Pentacles is one of those things. Are you paying attention to what you do want on a larger scale? So it is interesting, but you do have Justice, Death again, and the Queen of Wands. So it does say when you want to transform yourself, if you're able to do that, basically the message is do not change for anybody else, be yourself. And if they don't like who you are as a person, then they are not the right person for you in each circumstance moving forward. Thank you very much, Brittany, and I love you being here as well. So love. Win-win. No, thank you. No, you're absolutely fine. Be strong in yourself, because if you think about it, when we don't have people around us, our family, our partners, our friends, everyone else, we are alone. And that's why for you, having the, thank you, Miss Michelle, that's very kind. Being the Queen of Wands is all we do have. So you didn't say when your birthday was, but if you are a fire sign, then this is very good for you. If you're demonstrating as a fire ascendant, that's equally good. So always create what you do want in your life. I'm the Queen of Wands myself, so that's why I can relate to this very, very well. And just be yourself, basically. Thank you, Brittany. Good luck with everything. I'm sure you'll be fine. Right. I think we had a donation on PayPal again. Right. Jack Tarot, did you have a question? No worries at all, Brittany. Lots of love to you. Right. Yeah, Mad Soul is a great humorist. He's really funny. Me and Mad Soul Tarot are going on together at 6 o'clock GMT time today. I'm not sure if Tarot's Talk is going to be here or not. I'm not really sure. So do come along to us. We're a lot of fun when we're together. We're mental. Right, where is Jacques Tarot? Are you still here or what? Is Alos one of us? You are. What does that mean, Mad Soul Tarot? No, yeah, Jack Tarot, I did get your second donation, but I didn't get your second question. So if you'd like to put your second question on, brilliant. I did get your donation. Just put your question down, please. Why has GR been distant with me? Right, okay, let's have a look why he's been distant with me. Oh, right, let's use some different cards. Whispered. See if these bring up some bad ones, because the other ones were good, weren't they? Right. I'm just doing a donated reading, Miss Michelle, and then you're next. Is that okay, Miss Michelle? I'm just doing, because Jack Tarot donated on PayPal ages ago. Right. Yeah, and Mad Soul doesn't schedule anything, so. You might have done. Keep your phone on a ringer. Yeah, I know. It is annoying, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. We've got justice again. Everyone seems to be getting justice. Right, let's have a look at this. Oh, right, okay. Whoa. So I think they feel that justice is not on their side. It is reversed, so I'll read it with reversed. They feel, in a way, Linda Sophia, how are you? Thank you for the donation. Right, that's the last one, guys. Oh, I need a break. Right, so justice. They feel, in a way, that things are being tipped out of balance. And I think one of those things is their trap. They have to see things in a different way indeed. Because with the Knight of Swords, that they're just rushing into the same old trap that they've been in before. So with the right, okay, and we can see that the trap is the devil. So maybe sometimes that they feel their way of thinking can really pull them down quite significantly. So this is why with the Knight of Swords, they can make a difference, but only if they move forward with their own thoughts. And that's the secret. When the Knight of Swords does things that the king tells them to do, or what they, in other words, GR perhaps thinks in a way that they've thought before, and they can't remove themselves because of the devil aspect. So the way they have thought is bringing them to a stance which prisons their mind, which you can see in the Ten of Swords. So how do they feel about relationships? Well, it looked really good on the other reading. It really, really did on an emotional level, but the thoughts can drag them back. So I don't know if your person's come from a divorced family or had a particular very bad circumstance in a legal battle, but they somehow can think like that, which is mental, seriously. So they could cause themselves a lot of stress through overthinking things instead of just thinking, right, okay, let's just relax and fall into a really good relationship instead of overthinking things and thinking, oh, commitment's a trap, or oh, it only ends in divorce. No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. That's his way of thinking, and it is a trap. So you can see within this one that this lady spider is actually the devil is the spider. Does it not remind you of the black widow spider? And what do black widows do? Eat their mate. So somewhere within his stupid thinking, he thinks that you will consume him as a person. It's just his mind. A little bit off the planet. So with the Two of Pentacles, he the understanding of it is a bit difficult at the moment. I want it, but it's too difficult. So within their mind, they've created some huge problems that they feel they can't get out of, which is absolutely weird. So when they feel that something's happened with them and they feel that they have to keep going forward in the same pattern, that's their trap. So whenever they build up a relationship or they think they're getting very close on an emotional level, which he is from the other reading, then it's like, oh, that means, I'll break up. That means if I get married, I'll get a divorce. And what the heck is he thinking? So it's very challenging for what I think. So I think in a way, it's not because he doesn't love you. It's because he's frightened of commitment. Because he's seen other people fall by the wayside, whether that's his best friend or whoever he's seen. It's really been quite challenging for him. So that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah. Well, you can see that with that. It's a very mental issue. So only he can get himself out of those traps. But it's like, all we have to do is think about past. If we look at our past, any chapter, I've had bad relationships and bad experiences and things, but all I do is I literally go like this. I put all, like, there's quite a lot of cards in here. I think there's 83, because there's some extra. All I do is put these experiences in the box like this, right? All he has to do is that. So that's that wonderful film, that horror film. So we put the horror film in the box and then just hide it. It's gone. I can't see it. It's gone. But when you put the emotional attachment to that trauma, you keep playing it. So just put it in a box and just chuck it on the floor. Gone. I can't see it. Where's it gone? It's not real. It's gone. So he needs to learn to do that trick. I love you as well. Lots of love to you. Don't take things personally. It's their life, but he does love you, and he needs to clear these things off before that engagement comes along. So we don't want to carry him, but you are definitely the stronger person within that relationship, definitely. Yeah, thank you. Right, okay. So, Linda, how are you doing? Linda, how is your person feeling about me? She's Cancer. Cancer. Oh, Cancer. Nearly birthday. Oh, you guys are making me work hard today. Right, Linda. She is Cancer. Let's see how your person is feeling about you today. Right. Let's have a look at your Cancer person. Linda. I'm glad you found me too. I'm glad you found me too. Thank you. I wasn't lost, but yeah. I know what you mean. Right, okay. We are doing Linda. And how's your person? Wow, my soul. That's really good. I thought it was up to 86. Right. Linda. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry, Linda. I'll do you in a minute. It's because it's blue. I do apologise, Miss Michelle. I'm glad you piped up there. Now you know why I need a break. Right, Miss Michelle, how is Jay feeling about me? No contest. Right, let's have a look at Jay and Miss Michelle. Sorry about that, Linda. No worries. Miss Michelle, how is Jay feeling about you? Jay and Miss Michelle. Whoops. No worries. Right, for everyone's information, I'm doing Miss Michelle, and then I'm doing the other donated reading, and then if there's no more donated readings, that's it in this particular session. I have been on for a long time. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll be on with Mad Soul Tarot at 6 o'clock tonight, so do tune in then. So doing Miss Michelle and then Linda. Right, let's have a look. Michelle. Let's try this. Right, let's have a look. See what's going on. Oh, that's okay. Right. So, why have we got cold hands? Ooh. You wouldn't think it was nearly summer in the UK, would you? Right, okay. So what has been going on here? Well, I think between you and Jay, there is a connection. You've got the unity card. So on a soul growth, you do have that aspect. I think you had to learn certain lessons from each other. And you can see this with the life experience. So when everything does come to a different kind of direction and you're wondering where to go, that pull is always going to pull you two together on a soul kind of aspect. So Jay really needs to, instead of thinking, oh, what do I do? I've been hurt. I'm putting a barrier up. I don't know what's going on. They must look back at that unity, that you did have, that special bond that you did actually have on a soul bond. Because sometimes when we think, oh, well, the no contact aspect is difficult, it just means things need to go in a different direction. And the different direction can be quite worthwhile for you two. Because with the Three of Summer there, it's like that friendship can blossom in a bigger way than ever before. So it's almost like at the moment, they want that kind of adventure. They don't want to be put into a relationship, so they're having quite a lot of fun, just exploring different avenues. And I think that's probably good for them to actually do, to build up more life experiences. So what does it mean for the two of you? Well, the Queen of Spring is here, so I think their freedom of choice is definitely there. You can see with the Nine of Spring that they do want to move away from a constraint. So not that real relationships together are a constraint. It just means that they want a little more freedom within choice. So that's probably why there is no contact. And with the moon there, things can be quite emotional at times. I wouldn't be surprised if you did perhaps blow up before the no contact kind of thing, because it might have been too a little bit idealistic of what you both expected from each other. There is that bond there, definitely. And I think eventually, once I've had all the fun and whatnot, they're going to need something more solid, because that's what I can see here with the unity of a soul development. So when they become a little bit more mature within their attitude, they might think to themselves, oh, yeah, that was quite a good relationship. Oh, I feel really strong about that. So at the moment, they're more into, what's out there, the fantasy, the wonderment, the imagination of everything, until they transform to something more deeper and spiritual. It's not going to happen soon that you're going to be back together again, Miss Michelle. It's just like they want a little bit more freedom to explore different avenues, which is kind of almost going against who they really are. So that's where you get that push me, pull you kind of effect, if that makes sense. Actually, Daniel, I did say I was only going to do Linda Sophia now. Right, so now we're on Linda. So hopefully, Michelle, that made sense. They just want a little bit more fun. Annoying, isn't it? Right, okay, let's do Linda Sophia, please. About your Cancer friend. I need a break, Daniel. Let's have a look, Linda. About your present. Considering. Right, Linda, let's have a look. How is your Cancerian person feeling? Let's have a look. Okay, so I think, I think they're trying to offer you more than you actually think. We've got the Prince of Summer here, so it's almost like that idealistic love relationship, but it's got a little bit more solidness in with the Justice card. So sometimes if they feel a little bit flighty and a little bit here, there, and everywhere, and not grounded enough, because they definitely need to be grounded, then the Justice will kick in and kind of go, come on, dear, get more solid, stop going sideways like your old crabby self, and just be grounded. Because it's almost like they think things are all over the place. So they might think that things are in a time where they reflect back on conversations and things like that. And again, Justice for you is really good. So I think within your reading, this is a very strong card that no matter how it appears to both of you that it's not solid or grounded enough, Justice kicks in and go, come on, people, get together and stop being so flighty and nervous about things, because if you two do get your act together, then the King of Summer is here, and this is the best card. It really is, with the Emperor Penguin who looks after the whole family when the mother goes out to find food and comes back. So they work really hard, Emperor Penguins. So I think once you both can sit down and really understand what it is that you want, the Justice will kick in and give you the opportunity to work as a team together for the greater good. So this will give you that opportunity. Yay. And here's your groundedness. It's almost like once you both can understand each other fully, then the opportunity for growth and expansion is definitely there. And I think that's why you get the strong, loyal elephant, which is the Justice. And patterns can be repeated, but in a good way. So you two have got the Three of Summer here. which is all about that celebration of who you both are as individuals as well as around other people. But for you guys, it's about your individuality and what you put to do as a pair and not what people think that you should be. So don't let people put you in a box. And again, that's why the justice is there. So I think some ways you're Cancer and worries about certain issues, about what other people think, kind of thing. So yeah, it can be a little bit daunting at times, but they have to really be grounded, as I said. They can't be too flighty in these situations. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Other than maybe being a little bit introverted or in a cave, in a negative cave. But at least, as I said, for you, the justice is there to give you that solidness within your situation. Yep. Hopefully that makes sense, Linda. Right, okay. So thank you. I have to have a rest now. So thank you very much for being here, guys. We will be back later. So, Anna Life Vlogs, will you be able to meet your kids in South Africa? I'm not sure about going to South Africa, right? So, I think there is a chance that if you communicate exactly where you do want to go and how it is going, then that will be very applicable. So the Night of Athames is all about finding out on the life logs that you need to communicate to the right authorities about moving forward. Yeah. Okay, so I just did Anna Life Vlogs because she's been a patron for me and I haven't been on for a long time. That was So anyway, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you for our new moderator, Daniel. Yay! And thanks for all you being here. We will be back shortly. Lots of love to you all. And thank you, moderators and people. Thank you, Daniel. See you later, guys.